My name's Kevin Houstoun. I'm Executive Chairman of Rapid Addition. We're a company that actually followed up on one of the recommendations in the report, which was that the opportunity exists for middleware providers to provide software to the banks and broker-dealers, and some of the world's biggest banks now use our software. I was involved in this report as one of the lead expert group, and have kept in touch with people like Sir John Beddington, JP, Dan here at the centre, and we were talking just before lockdown that it was coming up for the 10th anniversary. We then went into lockdown and therefore missed the 10th anniversary, but once people started moving again, we decided that it would be nice to pull together an event to find out what we got right, what we got wrong, and what we missed. From my perspective as a technologist, the things we got right were computer-based trading, were computers and clouds, and the role of that becoming an important technology. Artificial intelligence, as you saw in the presentation I gave earlier this morning, ChatGPT can now write code, and in the interests of fairness, other chatbots are available. I think two areas that we probably missed were the emergence of digital currencies and things like the increasing provision of things as a service, so software as a service, time as a service, as Leon spoke to from the National Physics Lab, and those sort of areas. I think we've largely moved on. I think one of the drivers, although it wasn't explicit, was the role of high-frequency trading firms in markets. I think that's a sort of natural reaction to something effectively becoming automated. You look at history, even from the sort of days of the replacement of the horse and buggy with the motor car, you've seen sort of people sort of going, oh, we don't fully understand what the implications of this are. And over time we've either got comfortable with the technologies, or in the case of this report, it was commissioned to address those concerns. We made a series of recommendations in the report, most of which found their way into Mifid II. We even had an interim report which we issued because the European Finance Committee wanted to see our workings before they started legislating, so that's why we had an interim and a final report. And it was quite interesting as a technologist walking through the journey just around, say, for example, precision timestamps, how we make a recommendation and then what you see at the end of long political, etc. negotiations, and what ends up being imposed on the industry. We're still doing a lot of cutting-edge research. I think from a trading perspective, London as a venue is seeing less volume than it used to. I think some of the reasons for that are more to do with there seems to be a desire for everybody to list in New York, so it's a common problem. I saw it in Johannesburg a couple of weeks ago talking to people at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. We're seeing it in Latin America with the merger of various markets down there. People are finding that new startups that get to scale where they need a listing are bypassing their local markets and going directly to New York. And we should look at why that is and what we should do about that.